Hello guys, this is Vysh. So today is day 6 of the quiz series for 2022 revision. And even if you're 2023-24 batches, you can still watch this because this will just like 20 to 30 minutes it will take in a day, and you will see like what are the kind of questions which comes in UPSC, why Vaishya's questions are every year like repeating in the UPSC exams, and why we always claim that more than 50 questions can be solved from our test series. Okay, these are all taken from our paid test series thing only. 25 questions a day will be discussed. So in 50 days, 1250 MCQs out of our 10,000 MCQs which we give to our paid students, that will be shown here in this series. Okay, so it's a 100% success plan if you study the right way. So whichever subject you feel you are weak in, from every test I will take 25 MCQs and show you 50 test actually, from because this total is 100 test. Okay, so in that 50 test I'll take and 25 MCQs I'll show you. Now we are doing from pack 13. We started with June, then July, August, September, October. 5 days are over. Now November 2021 we'll do. Okay, so like that, when this is over, I will take some other pack and take one test and show you. That is the plan. Okay, if you want to see 3 free tests in complete PDF, 100 MCQs and explanation, you can email me at vyshupsc@gmail.com. Simply mail like 3 free or give me 3 free tests. Something you mail me, I'll give you. Okay, and if you have seen all these packages and you are convinced and you are, I know like many are appreciating, many are telling like excellent MCQs, sir. Now I have confidence. So those people, I recommend that if you are serious for 2022, take that next step and buy that pack, whichever is needing for you, and study. Okay, because that will maybe save 1 year for you. If you fail prelims, then again 1 full year you have to wait. Okay, all the effort which you have done will go in vain just because you didn't choose the right test series. Okay, so WhatsApp me for direct enrollment for whichever pack. Just tell like pack 7 or pack 3 I want enrollment. Just tell me in WhatsApp. Immediately I'll tell you how to proceed. Okay, so put your score. Live chat will be open. You can put your answer also like 1A, 2B, 3C, like that. Whenever I show you the question, you can immediately do the answering also. And subscribe to this channel, because more you subscribe, like and comment, we feel like providing you free content. Else again, paid courses we'll have to launch in future days. Okay. So the first question for today: which of the following are true about severely acute malnourished, that is SAM, and moderately acute malnourished MAM? Okay, so these two terms were in news. So which of the following are true about these terms? Children suffering from this SAM have low weight for their height. Children suffering from MAM are at increased risk of mortality and morbidity during childhood. So one only, two only, both one and two, neither one or two. Now this is MCQ 1. Okay, don't go by this question number what is here, because this will keep changing, because I have taken screenshot from our paid test series. It can be random. Okay, so this is the question number. So in the chat session, you can tell like 1A or 1B. So others also will start commenting, and then you will see like, okay, this is how people are participating. This is how my thinking is going. It's not necessary that you have to know the answer. You can take an intelligent guess, because this is now a learning session. Okay, so what is the answer for first one? It is both 1 and 2. Okay, so severely acute malnourished and moderately acute malnourished. Even in your mains answers and all, you can use these terms, because as per WHO, SAM is defined as very low weight for height, or the mid upper arm circumference lesser than 150 millimeters. So this is a technical definition of what is this SAM. Okay, and MAM is like wasting or mid upper arm circumference greater than 150 millimeter but less than this thing. So this numbers, it's UPSC may not ask that much, but still, because I'm giving you that one liner, make a note. Okay, because it's a static thing and it's like a international thing. Okay, so you have to know the features. Now children suffering from this will have low weight for their height, and children suffering from MAM will have high risk of mortality and morbidity. Okay, so these are basic information about SAM and MAM. So the news was there. There are more than 33 lakh malnourished children in India. This is told by the Women and Child Ministry, according to the Poshan tracker which we have. Okay, Poshan is a very big scheme in India where we are trying to reduce all the malnourishment and all these things. Actually, most of the things are working also, because last week there was a report from both IMF and World Bank telling that India's extreme poverty cases have reduced. Okay, there's something called extreme poverty. It's not like poverty has reduced. Extreme poverty is the that much kind of vague situation that is reduced, and this is reported by both the international bodies. So like that, most of our schemes are working, but these are all long running schemes. You cannot expect like in one day you can change poverty, or one day you can change malnourishment. That will take time. Okay, so hopefully in the coming days we will also match up with other developing countries. Leonids seen in news relates to what? So this is again, if you can tell science or geography or that kind of question. So Trojan asteroid, meteors, glaciers, volcanoes. Okay, so each of these things you should know: what is Trojan asteroid, what is a glacier, what is volcano, because you are supposed to learn your basic NCERTs and all these things in geography. You will basically know this. Okay, like example, meteors. Many people confuse like what is meteors, what is meteoroids, what is meteorites. Okay, there are different things which you should know. Okay. So here the answer is meteors. So Leonids are considered as a major shower featuring the fastest meteors. Okay, the meteors usually travel at a speed of 71 km per second. The rates usually are as low as 15 meteors per hour. So the meteor shower and all technical details are given here. Okay, so the annual Leonid meteor shower has started. Okay, in the month of November. So that is why this question is asked. Okay, you know the shooting stars or comets, the asteroids, meteors, all these things you should know. Okay, asteroid, you know, it is outside the Earth's atmosphere and it is in the space. It is going around the sun in a particular orbit. So asteroid, same like that. There is something called meteoroid also. Okay, meteoroid. But then after that, when it enters the Earth's atmosphere, it is called meteor. Okay. Then when it comes and falls on the Earth, okay, it hits the ground on the Earth. It is called meteorite. Okay. One is meteorite where D is there, alphabet D. Like asteroid, meteoroid is in space. Meteor is in the Earth's atmosphere. Then meteorite T is the one which comes in the hits the Earth. Okay, I'm telling you basic geography thing. So here, if you see details about that shower is there, the meteor shower. So here, if you see a comet name is also there, a small comet which is 55 P. This temple title in the constellation Leo. It takes 33 years to orbit the sun. So that Indian Express on article came about this meteor shower, which happens in a particular timeline. So that is why it happened in November. We have to remember this and we have to study this. Question number 3, which are the following are true about Global Drug Policy Index? It is released by United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. India has been listed among the 5 leading countries with respect to humane and health-driven drug policies. So one only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 or 2, 2 only. Global Drug Policy Index. There are a lot of indexes and reports which you have to study. So when you take one material and then start by hearting from top to bottom, you will get confused. Instead, monthly current affair if you are doing, then you will remember it. Okay. So slowly, step by step, you have to do. So here also, I think this is the inaugural one. It's the first time this index is coming. Okay. So this is by Harm Reduction Consortium. Okay, consortium means a group. So that has a lot of partners. If you see this Eurasian network of people who use drugs, Global Drug Policy Observatory, European network of people who use drugs, like this, many drug related bodies are there. So this consortium is releasing this Global Drug Policy Index project. Okay. So it's a data-driven one. It has 75 indicators, 5 broad dimensions. So all these things, okay, drug policy, then criminal justice, access to internationally controlled medicines, extreme responsive development. This is not very important, but make a note of this particular line. Okay. So here, if you see, the inaugural Global Drug Policy Index was released by this Harm Reduction Consortium. So Norway, New Zealand, Portugal, UK, Australia are the 5 leading countries with respect to humane and health-driven this thing. So India is not there. So here both the statements are false. Okay, one thing, it is not by UN office and India is not there in the fifth one. India is in the 18th rank out of 30 countries. India's score is 46 out of 100. And these are some again basic information on different indicators which I told. What is the score of India? Okay. Question number 4, Mission 2070, a Green New Deal for a Net Zero India is a report published by. Okay, so based on India, somebody has published a report. UNFCCC, International Solar Alliance, Ministry of Renewable Energy, World Economic Forum. Mission 2070, a Green New Deal for a Net Zero India. So if you follow the news and editorials, you will know like our Prime Minister had already told something called Panchamrit scheme and all, and by 2070 we will achieve net zero. So based on that, World Economic Forum has published this report with this title. Okay, like a roadmap for India's energy transition. Okay, Prime Minister at the COP26 Global Climate Summit in Glasgow, he had told about this commitment. Okay, bring non-fossil energy capacity of India to 500 gigawatt by 2030, to lower carbon intensity to 45% by 2030. To reduce 1 billion tons of carbon emissions out of total projected emissions by 2030, to fulfill 50% of energy requirement using renewable waste by 2030. So this basically everything is by 2030 only. So these basic things, okay, non-fossil energy capacity, carbon intensity, then carbon emissions, and here energy requirement. So these keywords just remember and a rough idea about the numbers. Okay, at least like when somebody tells it's 5000 gigawatt here or 90% here, you should know it is extreme. So for that, at least remember the basic numbers. Okay, in case UPSC goes into numbers. Okay. So these are again basic information about that. There was a detailed article about this when World Economic Forum published this report. Question number 5. Which of the following are true about Airports Economic Regulatory Authority, AERA? It is a statutory body. The body regulates tariffs and fees charged to airports and passengers. It regulates tariff and other expenditure and fees for major airports. So what does this body do and whether it is a statutory body? Airport Economic Regulatory Authority. Okay. There's a different body called Airport Authority of India, AAI, that also you should know. All these bodies will be there in my important bodies or international bodies related test. At least I think 4 tests are there, 400 MCQs you will get. So like this, everything which is coming in news, okay, at least once one word has appeared in the newspaper, it will be covered in our test series. Okay, so for your future also, it will be useful. So here, it is a regulatory agency working under the Government of India as a statutory body. All the three are true. Okay, it regulates the tariff and other expenditures and fees for major airports. It was established under this particular act in 2008, and the body regulates tariffs and fee charged to airports and passengers. So it does all these activities, and it's a statutory body. Now, why is it in news? Because the Srinagar airport, okay, is declared as a major airport by the Ministry of Civil Aviation. So central government can designate an airport as a major airport by notification as per this act only, AERA Act. That is why that is in news. As per that act only, you designate an airport as a major airport. Okay, if it is entertaining an annual passenger traffic of at least 35 lakh. So you know now Srinagar and Kashmir, all these places are getting developed and tourism is being boosted, exports, imports are being boosted. So the air flight and all these things will increase. Okay, people going there, coming out will increase. So this is declared as a major airport. Okay, so under this particular section of the Airport Economic Regulatory Authority of Act only, this is being done. Okay, so again, inaugural flight from Srinagar to Sharjah and something and all happened here. So those details are given here. Okay, AERA has been mandated to determine tariff for aeronautical services provided at major airports under section 13 of that same act again. Okay, again here rule 88 of aircraft rules also is there, which is used for certain things here. Okay, deciding fee and all. And for non-major airport, tariffs are determined by the Airport Authority of India, and that is a body working under again the Ministry of Civil Aviation. Okay, so major airports is under AERA and non-major is under AAI. Okay, so basic information just for remembering. Now question number 6. Which of the following are false about like-minded group of developing countries, LMDC? LMDC represents about 50% of the world population. India, China, Pakistan are part of this group. So first thing you should have heard about this like-minded group of developing countries. There are many groups, you know, G7, G20, then there is G15 is there, G77 is there. So whichever G77 I don't expect you to study, but at least if you should know whether India is there or not. Okay, so same like that, this actually refers to something called G24. Okay, there is a group called G24. So this LMDC has a connection with it. Okay, if you see here, group of 24 nations calling themselves like-minded developing countries and countries from Africa put forward this demand in proposal to enhance finance flow. So here actually these people are demanding the wealthy nations to give some money like US 1.3 trillion per year for their climate related financing and this thing and all. That is the news item. Okay, so that is why we have picked up this body. Okay, so this body, if you see, it's a group of developing countries organized as a bloc negotiator in international organizations like UN and WTO. Meaning any negotiation thing you need, these people come as a group and negotiate. Okay, so they represent 50% of the world population. So first statement is correct. And if you see, all these members are there. Okay, Bangladesh, Algeria, Bhutan, Belarus, Cuba, China, India, Egypt, Iran. In alphabetic order, it's given. So India, China, Pakistan is there, Sri Lanka is there, Bangladesh is there, Nepal is there. Whichever is near India, at least check that. Okay, see, Bhutan is there. So check whether all SAARC countries are there or all BIMSTEC countries are there. Like that, you try to relate with some other group and study. Okay, then you will remember. So this is the question number 6. Now 7. Which are the following are true about members of parliament, local area development scheme or the MP-led scheme, which was like all the time in the news. In the last 2-3 years, it is multiple times in the news. So it was initially launched in the 1960s. In the initial phases, scheme was under Ministry of Rural Development and Planning. So again, the origin you have to know, the ministry and the the timeline. So it is not in the 1960s, it is in 1993 that it came. So MPs, you know, they can recommend development works and all, and then that district's collector will take it up and then do the works. So that is how the MP-led thing generally works. Okay, so there is a definite amount of money which annually they get and all. So more details will be there in the schemes test and all. But here also some of the important things I have mentioned. It emphasizes on creation of durable community asset on the basis of locally felt need. Durable assets of national priorities and community needs include primary education, drinking water, roads, public health, sanitation. These kind of works these MPs can recommend. Okay, so in the initial phase, the scheme was under the Ministry of Rural Development, and now it is transferred to Ministry of Statistics and Program. Okay, meaning 1993 it started, 94 itself it transferred to Ministry of Statistics. Okay. So MPs are entitled to spend rupees 5 crore annually. MP-led funds can also be used to implement schemes like all these things, national level schemes. Okay. On the line of MP-leds, several states also has something called MLA labs also, okay, where they can also recommend work. So now during COVID time it was suspended because a lot of money used to go in that, and we need money for other vaccination and other things and all. So it was suspended, and now it is restored. Okay, the scheme was suspended in April 2020, and now in November 2021 it is restored. Okay, so suspended for 2 financial years. So till further announcement, MPs will get rupees 2 crore annually instead of approved 5 crore. That is the change which happened when it is rolled back. Okay, so like this, when anything changes, that time it will be found in the current affair magazine. Okay, because some people will buy the schemes test alone and tell like, sir, that is like this, but exam statement was like that. When an update comes, you cannot go and update a static test. Okay, that is why current affair is a must to do for every serious UPSC aspirant. Static thing is just to learn the basic core or older data of that. But the new data will be there in the daily editorial, daily current affair magazine. These are the things which you have to study. So please, if you are serious, study from a good test series. Okay, if not Vysh, it's fine. Go and study from any magazine, but study from a good source. Now this Sela tunnel is being constructed in Telangana for wildlife protection, Kerala for high-speed railway, Arunachal Pradesh for all-weather connectivity, Andaman Nicobar for communications. So all these things are actually there in news. Different tunnels and different projects are happening. So here this Sela tunnel is being constructed for what? This is in news since many years now. So it is Arunachal Pradesh for all-weather connectivity. Okay, a bi-lane road tunnel is being done. World's longest, it is called world's longest bi-lane road tunnel. So it is being built on this particular thing by Borders Road Organization under this project Vartak, and these are the different districts and places. Okay, if you want to just note it down. Okay, and it's near the India-China border also. So it's again more in the news and controversial all the time. And some more details are here. Okay, Tawang is there, which is a place there near Arunachal, Sikkim and all. That is also controversial. China keeps claiming for that place. There is this line of actual control there. You know, LOC is there in the Pakistan side and LAC is there in the Arunachal, China side. Okay, so these basic things are there. What is the NH running there? These are not in SSC exams. They ask this kind of numbers and NH numbers and all. But in UPSC, you have to just know the overall idea. Okay, in case they go down their level, maybe they'll also start asking this. But as of now, UPSC, you don't have to study that much details. Now, e-Amrit portal seen in news is related to what? So, milk production, generic medicines, ethanol production, and electric vehicles. E-Amrit portal. So, many portals, many websites, everything after this Digital India came, everything is being put online. Okay. So, e-Amrit portal is related to which one? If you have studied, you can do. If you can not study, you cannot do. Okay, these are the kind of ABCD type questions which will come in UPSC, and you cannot take guesswork that time. Okay, because these kind of names can be anything. Name may not have any proper connection with the actual project. Okay, so here it is electric vehicles. So whoever want to, like if it's a user, he want to switch completely to electrical, or if it's a person who is making the electric vehicle, he want to do something, or any insurance options or any type of vehicles, anything you have to do, that everything is put into one portal, that is e-Amrit portal. Okay, so it stands for this accelerated e-mobility revolution for India's transport. So this portal was launched, that is why this question. Okay, so basic things are mentioned here. There is an India UK joint roadmap 2030 project also, and it is developed by Niti Aayog in association with this UK government only, and it was launched at the COP26. Okay, COP means Conference of Parties. Okay, for beginners I'm telling. UNFCCC is a United Nations climate related conference which happens every year. So whenever they meet, it is called COP. Okay, COP is a general word. COP can be for other kind of things also, like desertification. There is a conference going on, that also will be COP 1, COP 2, COP 3. So this is, whenever we tell generally COP 26, it is about UNFCCC's COP. Okay, so COP 26, the latest one happened in Glasgow in UK, that is Scotland in UK. So there the Prime Minister and all launched many things. This was also one of that thing. Okay, e-Amrit portal. Question number 10. Which among the following are involved in bringing out the recent Climate Change Performance Index 2022? Okay, so this also Climate Change Performance Index 2022. It is not a new one, but is also always in the news every year. Okay. So UNFCCC, World Economic Forum, German Watch, Climate Action Network, New Climate Institute. You see, these two are international kind of intergovernmental kind of bodies and all. These are all NGO type bodies. Okay, international NGO type bodies. So which are the following are involved in bringing out this Climate Change Performance Index 2022? 1, 2 only, 1, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Question number 10. The answer is 3, 4, 5 only. That is German Watch, Climate Action Network, and New Climate Institute. Okay. So this is an independent monitoring tool playing a leading role in providing information on implementation phase of Paris Agreement. Okay, like how much the Paris Agreement is getting implemented, that and all will be monitored by this thing. Okay, so it analyzes the countries in 4 categories comprising of 14 indicators. So greenhouse gas emissions, renewable energy, energy use, climate policy. This you have to study. Okay, you have to know these indicators: greenhouse gas emissions, renewable energy, energy use, and climate policy. These are the things, and weightage is 40, 20, 20, 20, like this 100%, and it has 14 sub indicators also. Okay, so it evaluates around 60 countries of the European Union, which generate about 90% of the global greenhouse gas emissions. Okay, so here if you see, German Watch in collaboration with Climate Action Network and New Climate Institute published this thing. India maintained the 10th rank. India continued to be among top performing countries within G20. Then as per the report, USA have ranked at 55 among 66. So if you see, India is doing very well when it comes to the renewable energy, the climate change things and all. Okay. China also has moved down 4 places as compared to 2020 ranking, and European Union something medium ranking. That's not important. Okay, Denmark is the topper. Most of the time that Scandinavian countries which we call Denmark, Sweden, Norway, these are there in almost every report. They'll be number 1 only. Okay, because there one thing is area is less, population is less. They are long back itself they have been doing everything electric type only. Okay, pollution and all is very less at the starting itself. So they don't have much to do actually in these kind of projects also. So they are in always number 1. Now MCQ 11. This Onake Obawa was a woman soldier, okay, from Assam, Kerala, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh. So this person's Jayanti or something was happening this year. That is why this question: Assam, Kerala, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh. So it is Karnataka. This was a woman soldier who had fought against Hyder Ali. That is Tipu Sultan's thing, Mysore. Hyder Ali forces with a pestle single-handedly. And she fought in the kingdom of Chitradurga in Karnataka in the 18th century. Husband was a guard of the watchtower in the fort of Chitradurga. Celebrated in the state of Karnataka along with these people. So that means these people are also kind of freedom fighters from the in this region in Karnataka. Okay, this Abakka Rani, Kittur, Chennamma, Keladi Chennamma. Okay, and she belonged to Hoysalas, that is Chalavadi community, epitome of Kannada female pride. And she fought with that pestle. Okay, that is why this Onake means in that, maybe in their language it is that pestle. Okay, a heavy tool with rounded end, which is used for their crushing and all these things. With that she fought against Hyder Ali forces. Okay. So here these are all the narratives only, basic GK which you get in Wikipedia also. So Karnataka government started celebration of Onake Obawa Jayanti. Okay, that is the reason why this question is asked. Whenever some personality comes, okay, last time also UPSC asked when personalities Google Doodle came. Okay, in Google, different personalities will be like remembered, or in their memory something will be formed. So when that comes, UPSC will pick up that person also. Okay, something, any Indian comes in limelight or in global recognition, that time immediately UPSC will pick an us. So this you have to know. Okay. So in case you are a beginner, okay, you are confused to how to start, you don't know what to do, you have all the books, you have already joined a coaching, 1 year you have done, it doesn't matter, still you may lack foundation. Okay, because many people, when we give the foundation videos, they tell like similar videos I have already seen in my coaching institute, have already told me what books to do. That doesn't matter. Okay, because there is something wrong in the system only, I have designed something called the foundational video course, which has 20 videos. Okay, after that, when you watch that, you will realize that whatever you have learned, I'm not telling they are all wrong, but there are many pointers which your coaching institute did not tell you, because always they will tell in a way that they're giving you false hope. Meaning you study here, you will definitely pass. That is not going to happen. Okay, UPSC is not something like somebody can tell you, okay, join here, give me 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees, I'll make you pass. It will never happen. But every coaching institute tells you that. So I have told you in a very honest narrative of how you should study, what you should be careful about, why people are failing again and again. All these things we have done free of cost in both English and Hindi. So please WhatsApp me. I'll give you the free foundational videos. Okay, it looks something like this. English is this one, Hindi is this one. Okay, so English was there since 2 years, it is there. Hindi now this year I added. So this is all designed so that you have that misconception which you have that UPSC is something which anybody can go and write and clear. That will go away. You should know what is UPSC and why people are failing and how can you stop failing. How can you go and pass this exam? That I will teach you here. Okay, for free. So please message me and get these foundational videos. Okay, and apart from that, lectures are there. For that, you just have to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and save my number. Okay, then every time we will keep notifying you whenever we have lectures. Already these many lectures are there, 1000+ lectures on almost every subject which is needed for UPSC is there, including CSAT is there, one playlist is there. So these are the pictures, if you see, of the thumbnail of the thing, of spectrum in Hindi, spectrum in English. Most of them we have done halfway, okay, because your response was poor. When your response comes back, we will again do it. If your response doesn't come, we will convert it into a paid course and give it to you. That is the plan. Okay, more and more support is given for this spectrum, this RS Sharma and all. So I've completed all this. Okay, when you support it, it will be completed. If you don't support it, still it will come, but a small fees will be there for that. So if you want to study with the right way, from the right teachers in the right way, please message us, okay, and please subscribe and study and comment under every video. Your comments let us know that, okay, this has helped you. Okay, these are all multiple thumbnails are there. You can keep, I can keep showing you, it will take a lot of time, so I'm not showing you everything, just a glimpse I'm showing you. Okay, like this previous year questions also, 2016 to 20, everything is there free of cost in my channel, with explanation, with elimination technique, everything is there. More years I'll do, 2015 backwards I'll do, 2021 I'll do, everything will be there, but you have to go and like and comment these videos. Okay, only then you will be given free videos, else it will be paid videos. Now MCQ 12, which are the following are true about norovirus. Norovirus is an animal borne disease. It is transmitted through contaminated food and water. The virus does not significantly affect healthy people. Okay, so norovirus was in news in between all this corona drama and all these things. One particular very serious virus came. Okay, one thing was Nipah virus, which came a few years back, and there even a movie is there based on Nipah virus. You can search in the YouTube, you will get it. So you will know how serious these things are. Okay, so norovirus also in between came and went, which luckily did not spread too much. Okay, so what are the true statements? 1 3 2 3 1 2 or 1 2 3? So all three are true. It's an animal-borne disease. It does not significantly affect healthy people. It is transmitted through food and water. Okay, so it's a group of viruses causing a lot of gastro-related problems and all, and inflammation in the lining of the stomach, intestines, vomiting, diarrhea. That kind of that is the symptoms which comes out. Okay, so it can affect elderly, young children, everything. So in Kerala, in Wayanad district, okay, where Rahul Gandhi is there now. So there, this thing happened. Okay, and luckily it did not become very serious. Okay, so that was a good thing. Even Nipah, when it came in Kerala a few years back. So we have to look out for such news items also. Okay, just because COVID is there in the entire country, you should not ignore the other things which happen here and there. Okay, like if you see in Africa also, Ebola and all keeps coming again and again. So you have to make a note of those news items also. Now, Shakti 2021 seen in news refers to annual exercise between India and France, annual exercise between India and UK, biennial exercise between India and France, biennial exercise between India and UK. So biennial means it happens once in 2 years. Okay, so you should know basic terms. If it is biannual, if A was written here, annual, A-N-N-U, if it was that one, it means it happens every 6 months. Okay, meaning 2 times in 1 year, biannual. But biennial means once in 2 years. Okay, 2010 it will happen, then only in 2012 it will happen. Okay, that is called biennial. So that basic things, please know. Shakti 2021 refers to, it's a biennial exercise between India and France, meaning it happens every 2 years. After 2019, now 2021 it would have happened. So basic information, this is not important like what army, what rifles they used and all these things, because it's anyway, exercise means it's a display of all the military equipments which they have. Okay, so it will be for countering the terrorism, countering the all the anti-army war zones, everything they will keep testing, okay, in different places. So 2019 it was happening in Rajasthan, India, and this time I think it is happening in France. Okay, so every 2 years this will keep happening. Question number 14, G5 Sahel Force was set up by 5 African nations. Which of the following is not part of that? Okay, meaning 5 countries together form the G5 Sahel Force, in which 3 are mentioned here, 1 is wrong. So which is the wrong one? Which is not part of that? So it is Senegal. So if you see here, it was set up by these 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, these 5 countries are the ones which set up this G5 Sahel Force. Make a note of this. Okay, so it was set up in 2017 for fighting this terrorism which is there in that Sahel region. So African map, you should know what is the Sahel region, what is the Sahara region. So Sahel region is located between Sahara in the north and Sudanian savanna in the south. Okay, meaning in the kind of north only, a kind of mid north, you can tell that area is the Sahel region. Okay, so semi-arid climate is there, and the latitude longitude is mentioned here, and it also includes some parts from these things. Okay, that are the central, east, west, south and all of the same countries only. Okay, and some portions of Sudan and Ethiopia, Eritrea and all. So go and look in the African map, you will get an idea. Okay, what is Sahel region? So now UN peacekeeping has warned about crisis in this Africa Sahel region. That is why it's in news. Okay, because of COVID-19 and all the problems going on there. Because Africa, you know, many places are hit by either terrorism or poverty or malnutrition. There are civil war in almost every country there. Okay, so that is why that UN has given a warning. That is why it is in news. Question number 15. Rice blast illness, also known as this magna porthagrissa, is caused by bacterium, virus, fungus, both A and B. Rice blast illness. So it is caused by fungus. And the news item, if you see, the fungal infection affecting paddy called rice blast is affecting farmers who had grown this Manuvarna rice. Okay, so that is a rice selection that Kerala Agriculture College has launched across more than 250 acres in again Wayanad district. Okay, so there some rice was introduced, and there this fungal disease has been spread, and these many numbers are affected. Okay, so numbers and all these things are not important. Only the terms, whatever I mentioned here, just see that. And also it can infect other cereals like this rye, wheat, barley, pearl millet. All these things can also be affected by the same fungus disease. Okay, so it's called blast disease or blight disease. So any term you see in the question paper, it is referring to this thing only, which is caused by a fungus. Okay. Question number 16. Kaisare Hind had been approved as the state butterfly of. The same kind of question was there in 2016 prelims, I think, where one state butterfly of Maharashtra was asked. Okay, and later one national aquatic animal dolphin, that question was asked. So UPSC does ask GK questions, so you have to know. Kaisare Hind has been approved as state butterfly of which state? Gujarat, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Andhra Pradesh. So this is all, as I told. If you have known, if you've seen this news, you can do. Else you cannot do guesswork in the exam hall. Simply skip it. Okay, don't do minus 0.66 in the exam hall. Just save that marks. Okay. So Arunachal Pradesh, so large bright butterfly, all these technical parts and GK parts you pause and read. Okay, not very important. And if you see, Kaisare Hind approved as the state butterfly of Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. So again, if you see some here also, cabinet has also approved Pakke Tiger Reserve 2047 declaration on climate change. This thing. Okay. So this is also a 2019 question. UPSC directly asked, like, instead of Pakke, I think the other name Pakui or something, Pakhui. Okay, they told Pakui Tiger Reserve was in news. It is located in which state? Meaning directly they asked the following kind of ABCD state. Okay, and many could not know that it is Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, because they by hearted Pakke, they didn't know the another name of that is Pakui. Okay, Pakhui. So please note these things. UPSC will again repeat GK questions. Which of the following are true about India's Antarctica programs? Indian Antarctica program started in the late 2000s. Recently, India has completed its 10th scientific expedition in Antarctica. The entire Indian Antarctic program is managed by National Center for Polar and Ocean Research located in Goa. So 3 only, 1, 2 only, 2, 3 only, none of these. So here there is no 1, 2, 3 option, meaning something has to be wrong. And the first two statements are about timeline. And whenever I told there is timeline numbers, it has a high chance of getting wrong. Okay. So there is a chance that answer can be 3 only or none of these. I am telling you ways to solve questions. Okay, UPSC has a certain pattern in which they ask. You study or not, still you can score a lot of marks just by using those techniques. So here answer is 3 only. India Antarctica program started long back in 1981. So by 2022, it is 41st expedition. Okay, every year there is expedition. So 41st scientific expedition happened. And we have this Dakshin Gangotri, Maitri and Bharati stations there, in which actually Dakshin Gangotri is now not even active. Okay, it is outdated. Maitri is also partially working only. Bharati is working, and mostly a new station will be set up soon. Okay, that's another current affair you will learn by the time you get the February or March current affair. Okay. So base stations Maitri and Bharati are fully operational as of now, and the entire Indian Antarctic program is managed by this particular body in Goa. Okay, and it is under the Ministry of Earth Sciences. So here that 41st expedition happened. That is the reason why this question is asked. Two major programs were there. One in this Bharati station, this something happened, and second program again some preparatory work to drill something near Maitri. Okay. So those are the fully functional ones. Dakshin Gangotri is not functioning now. Okay, so this happened, and that is why this news. Which of the following are true about UNESCO Executive Board? In 2021, India was re-elected to the Executive Board of UNESCO. The board comprised of maximum 15 members, each having a 3-year term of office. So now again, I told you when numbers years come, there is a high chance it can go wrong. Okay, so here problem is both statements have numbers, and another clause, as I told, there are different techniques. So one of the trick is you should know the current affair. Okay, when something happens related to India, current affair you are supposed to know. There you don't have to apply numbers and all. So here this is actually true. Okay. In 2021, India was re-elected to this. But the second one is a numbers thing which we make up. UPSC also makes up like this. So here if you see it's a 58-member state having 4-year terms, we just made it 15 members and 3-year term. So this number game, always it happens in UPSC. Okay, always. There is very less chance that UPSC give you the correct numbers. If it's a fund, if it's a year, every time it will be wrong. Okay, but the current affair part you have to do. Static part only they will do the changes. Current affair they will give maybe true numbers. Okay. So here the answer is 1 because India was re-elected to the Executive Board of UNESCO in 2021. So this particular scientific name, a plant species, is named after the Muthuvar tribes from which particular state? Gujarat, Kerala, Telangana, Karnataka. So we can directly ask you like Muthuvar tribes are from where, but we are just including why the question is being asked. Okay, this species is named after a particular tribe, and that tribe is from where? Gujarat, Kerala, Telangana, Karnataka. So again GK. So it's from Kerala. Okay, so the Muthuvar or Muthuvan people were loyal subjects to Madurai dynasty. When dynasty was deposed, surviving royal members migrated to Travancore in Kerala, and they carried this lord, this thing, and all. These are all the historical parts. Okay, so Tamil Nadu, Kerala, both places, this tribes are there, and they grow all these things. And a group of scientists has identified a new plant species from the forest area of this Idammalakudi colony in Idukki in Kerala, where Muthuvar tribal community resides. Okay, so that is the only thing you have to know. Remaining all are extra GK points. Which of the following are true about Food Corporation of India, FCI? So it is a statutory corporation which was created and run by government under the jurisdiction of Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. It was established during the British days in India. Civil servant of the IAS cadre is generally designated as chairman of the FCI. So again, if you see, these are basic static things about a body which is always there in the news. So this question is not like applicable only for this year. Any year you're preparing, this thing kind of things you have to study. So here again, if you see, timeline is where UPSC can make an error. It was established during the British days of India, meaning 1947 or before. Okay, so that statement should be wrong. So you get the answer as 1-3 only. Okay, this IAS cadre, that is true because it's established in 1965, and the first thing is also true. Statutory corporation and ministry is also correct. Okay, so now FCI has developed its first state-of-the-art quality control lab. State-of-the-art means the most modern or the most sophisticated one, quality control lab. Okay. So that is in here in Mysore, Karnataka, and all something is going on. So that again, current affair may not be important here, but this is the basic static thing about FCI. Early works of which saint includes poems like, okay, this Ramadhyana Mantra, Narasimha Stotra, and this Mohana Tarangini. So Vallabhacharya, Dhaneshwar, Kanakadas, and Ramananda. All these people are there in your textbooks in Satish Chandra medieval history textbook, also in your Tamil Nadu textbook, even in your NCERT class 7th and class 12th part 2. Okay, all these places are where medieval history you will find. These names are there, and UPSC have asked questions on all these people in the past. Okay, at least in options these names will be there. So again, this is a static part. Okay, and this is asked because that person's, again, I think Jayanti was celebrated. So Kanakadas Jayanti, November 22, 2021 was celebrated, and in Karnataka. So this Kuruba community people are celebrating it, and again the birthplace is somewhere there only in Karnataka. That is why they are celebrating. Okay, so his basic details are there. The poems are mentioned here. He was a warrior at this particular fort, and kirtanas and ugaboga, composition of Carnatic music, all these things are related to him. Okay. Which of the following are true about India-USA Trade Policy Forum? It was created by US President, this one, and the Indian PM, this person. It was recently scrapped permanently by India. So again, when names come, numbers come, that is where the mistakes can happen. Okay. So here, neither 1 nor 2. So trade policy program was created in July 2005. So it was not that old in the time of Lal Bahadur Shastri and all. It is now. So US President Bush and Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, that is the time when this India-USA Trade Policy Forum was done. Okay, and it is not permanently scrapped, it is actually revived now. Okay, it was a little inactive and now it is revived after 4 years, and it will again help to boost the India-USA trade and all. Okay, because anything with India-USA and all, we are not going to scrap. India-USA, India-Russia. If it is India-China, maybe there's a chance that we scrap something. But India-USA, India-UAE, India, Russia, this and all will be only going in the positive note. Okay, USA is India's largest investment partner, and trade wise also we see USA is there, China is there, and a third is UAE, I think. Okay, so major what we import, what we export from these top 3-4 countries, that also you should know. Okay, which are the following are true about National Apprenticeship Training Scheme? It aims to enhance employability of Indian youth by providing on-the-job work exposure. Under this scheme, all apprentices who completed engineering and diploma are given a uniform stipend of rupees 12,000 per month. So again, if you use the trick, number whatever is there, it will be wrong. So second statement will be wrong. Okay, because everyone giving the same this stipend is not practical. Okay, so based on the different subjects or sectors and all, it will change 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. That doesn't matter. You don't have to buy hard that. Okay, for your mains maybe you need, for prelims you don't have to buy hard. So this uniform thing is wrong. This is how you eliminate statement. Okay, and the first one is a very generic statement which anybody will see that it's a truth statement. Okay, so again this has been extended for 5 years from 2021 to 2026. This actually is happening to many schemes in India now. Many schemes which were planned till 2021-22 has been extended till 2025-26. Okay, so you will have to study these older schemes also. Question number 24. Trilateral Coast Guard exercise Dosti seen in news involves which three countries? Okay, trilateral means obviously three countries. So this 156, 134, 456, 123. India, Maldives, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Mauritius, Seychelles. So all, if you see, it's there in the Indian Ocean region, India and below. So which three countries are exercised like those three? Okay, like Bangladesh is to the east of India. So these, which are the ones which are there in this Dosti trilateral Coast Guard exercise? The 1, 2, 3 only, that is India, Maldives, and Sri Lanka are holding the 15th edition of this biennial trilateral Coast Guard exercise, meaning every 2 years they do this. Okay, so 15th edition and 30th year. I told you once in 2 years. So 30th year it is and 15th edition it is, and it is going on India, Maldives, and Sri Lanka. So it was actually India and Maldives. Sri Lanka joined this exercise in 2012 for the first time. Okay, so these basic things you have to know. Other than this, there is one more exercise between India and Maldives. Try to find out what is the name of that exercise. Last question, which of the following are correct about Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, that is this FICCI group. FICCI was established in 1890s on the advice of Dadabhai Naoroji. It is a non-governmental trade association and advocacy group in India. So if you see the second one, it's a very generic statement, and first one is numbers and names. So whenever numbers and names, if you don't know such things, I'm telling you for intelligent guess, mark it as wrong. Okay, because it will be wrong. Here the answer is it is established in 1927 on the advice of Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, and the second statement is correct. So it is there in Delhi and there are many offices, and now second summit on this global chemicals and petrochemicals manufacturing hub has happened, and that is organized by this Department of Chemicals and by the FICCI. Okay, that is why this is in news and keeps coming in news. This FICCI, SOCHAM, these are the groups of all the industry bodies. So it will always be in news in some summit or conclave or something will keep happening. Okay, so Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, these are the partners also, the participants, partner states. Okay. So now comment your score, hope it's improving, and watch all the lectures. And if you're new or if you have not yet connected with us, please WhatsApp me to get the foundation videos. Without foundation, you cannot know how to solve these kind of MCQs. Okay, and the MCQs are there in the form of subject packs only during this prelims time. After that, again, we'll allow only the first pack one. Okay, where you will get everything for the full year. So if you need subject packs now, you have to enroll. Okay, 2022 students, there is only I think 40-45 days now. So you have to get the best pack or the weakest subject which you feel, okay, like you are weak in economics or polity or maths, get that and study. Okay, so I'll come up with the next video. Thank you and have a nice day.